So moving right along, man. We always build a powerful the next step is we build an all-powerful military police state. And we're building an all-powerful military police state. And now I know a lot of you are like, we have checks and balances. Well, the Capitol Police are expanding across the goddamn country, and they don't have checks and balances, according to their own goddamn press release, which we have archived on our own page. And I am really happy to be like, boom, winning our newsroom. Now 90%, there's two resources on this piece that can produce. Uh, Most of it is the actual Capitol Police's press release on the powers that they're spanning into the world, and they're turning into a Nazi enforcement force. The planned expansion of the Capitol Police. The planned expansion of the Capitol Police is underway after the Capitol riots, with the establishment of a new field office around the country. According to Luke Broadwater of the New York Times, the expansion will bring regional offices to California and Florida. Winning.
No.
Broadwater reports that the tasks with being an intelligence organization rather than Capitol Defense, the unilateral broadening of the Capitol Police jurisdictions and responsible raises a lot of questions, and we're going to have to go in there and edit that. We should probably hire an editor there.
That's how winning is done.
The first of these questions that comes to mind is simple. Isn't the FBI, don't they already do that type of stuff? Don't we have a CIA? Don't we already have intelligence agencies? Why does the Capitol Police need to not only expand outside the jurisdiction, but take on new authority, roles, and responsibilities? They are already able to handle the issues of a country with the FBI is already able to handle the countrywide job spaces here. Like, we have tax dollars being spent towards all these efforts already. So what's the problem? I don't know. There's really no need to establish any federal enforcement, and Ken's right. There is no need. We already have it. The next question, and we can have an argument on whether or not we should have it, or whether or not we should make it more capable or less capable, but we already have it. The next question is a more inquisitive nature. What are the new duties, 4 steps outside their intended jurisdiction? According to a press release published on the Capitol Police's own website, some of the responsibilities will be focused on enhanced member protection or better enhancing the Dignitary Protection Division. The Capitol Police continue to say that this will print itself enhanced security for members of Congress outside the National Capital Region. The Capitol Police press release also confirms Broadwater's report of the new offices being opened in California and Florida, all done in the name of fighting threats against members of Congress. But you don't need offices. You can have a detachment team like Secret Service. But it is what it is. The Capitol Police press release also confirms Broadwater's reports of new offices being opened in California and Florida, all done in the name of fighting threats against members of Congress. They want to take your guns away, but they want to build a all-powerful military police state that you can't no. The press release goes on to say that organizations will enhance training to what they refer as the Civil Dispersed Unit. This will include, but not limited to, joint training with the National Guard. These instructions are to include shoot/don't shoot scenarios, non-lethal takedowns, and riot prevention. This is coming with enhanced use of force, tactical equipment, leadership, and incident command training, having already sent their own offices to this training in Seattle and Virginia Beach to develop capabilities of their division. So they're getting better equipment, they're getting better training. The press release moves on to discuss critical incident response planning, a section that seems to be very wide open on what options are at their disposal. Now, this is the one that really gets you. So Capitol Police has locked in a new CIRP plan, putting in place a 4-part action plan allowing them to quickly mobilize local, state, and federal aid to include Department of Defense assets, granting the ability to respond to planned and not planned emergencies, effectively allowing the new established Capitol Police stations around the country access to having central control of the U.S. war machine without prior approval from the board. They don't need any approval to just be like, yo, DOD, do your thing on America. Yo, DOD, do your thing on America. Yo, DOD, do your thing on America. You get what I'm saying here? They're turning it into a Nazi enforcement force. Winning.
No.
The change in the Capitol Police brings within an alarming reach of control. The section of the police is called the Capitol Police, the non-national police, is the reason we have decentralized divisions, and it is the only way to preserve individual liberty. It really is the only way to preserve individual liberty. We can't allow this to happen.
That's how winning is done.
We can't. There's no reason for this. That's why we have the decentralized. The only compromise here I feel should be given is the ability to communicate and share information across divisions with less restrictions depending on the situation. And people should be able to share information freely. That's part of the spirit of the free speech. After witnessing the pain delivered by governments in other countries, we have learned that giving that much power to one division is dangerous. It brings a level of uncertainty in any and all scenarios. We can look back on history and show how overreaching in these situations can turn simply dispersible events into hostile encounters. Increased federal presence has already risked banning the flames and divided, let alone increase the cost it would take. Now you can come in here, you can read the rest of this if you want. You can come in here and you can actually check the Capitol Police website for this particular press release, and if they deleted it, we archived it, so you can always get it here at the archive, because that's how winning is done, and this was too serious not to say something about. So like they're burning the destroying history and banning knowledge, basically digitally burning books and stuff, and destroying statues and stuff. They're separating the people into groups and creating a class that can access society and a class that can't access society, and they're making you show your papers in order to prove that you can access society. They're developing an all-powerful military police network that can utilize the full dispersal of the United States war machine on the United States citizens without prior approval. It's basically a Nazi enforcement force.
Winning? No. You suck!
They're coming. The fascism is coming. The genocide is coming. They're gonna start killing people. You need to start buying food. You need to start moving out into the country. You need to start living yourself. Like you can't go out and attack people. But you got to be prepared to defend yourself, and you got to be prepared to live when the society collapses. Because when this happens, it's the Wild West. Society's collapsing, and you're on your own, or or you and your community are on your own, and it's better to have a community than, because it's going to be bad. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be chaotic. I wish I wasn't saying this, because like I'm glad to see that people in New York are starting to speak out against this garbage, and Florida needs to speak out about the Capitol Police.
That's how winning is done.
I don't expect California to speak out against this garbage because they're Democrats and they support this garbage. But we got to start speaking out against this garbage, because if we allow this to take a foothold, the next step is death. I'm just saying.